Hello and welcome to The Voice of Todd. I'm Tom, and today we have a little bit of Indiana Jones 5 news, with Mads Mikkelsen revealing a little bit more about his character. We're over here on IGN, and our headline, Mads Mikkelsen says he's been invited to create a character for Indiana Jones 5. It's some Mads words. Great, well done. Wonderful IGN, wonderful. Okay, first, I've pre-read the article, because this video could have gone one of two ways. But let's jump in and see what they're actually saying here. After many years of development, Indiana Jones 5 is set to begin production. The project has been filling out its cast throughout the spring, with Mads Mikkelsen, one of Hollywood's favourite franchise actors, joining the ensemble. And I have to say, Mads, since I've seen him in Casino Royale many years ago, has been excellent in just about everything. I might not have liked the characters that he played. I'm looking at Hannibal. I don't think he was right for Hannibal, but I think he did a great job with what he was given. I think he's an incredible actor, so his inclusion in Indy 5, well, it's a little bit of good news about the film. I'll put it that way. But let's carry on. Though details about the story are being kept under wraps, Mikkelsen spoke to Collider recently to discuss his collaborative approach to realising his character in the film. I do think I've been invited to create a character. I think that everybody wants that, Mikkelsen said. That's why they pick certain actors, that they can come up with certain things and it will be a collaboration, as it always is. I agree. I think actors do have a certain input into their character beyond the script, and you would hope that all actors, but certainly the bigger actors, would have some input into the characters that they're going to play. So I'm fine with that. Mikkelsen went on to compare his function in the film to that of character actor Peter Lorre, whose performances added colour to numerous Hollywood productions, from Casablanca to The Maltese Falcon. There is a kind of a genre mix in Indiana Jones always, the actor said. There is something that is a little larger than life, almost back to the 30s, with a Peter Lorre kind of feel. And then you have Indiana Jones, who is kind of a straight man. But he does produce a lot of funny and interesting things, and there are different character genres in some of these films. All true. I would agree with all of that. Mikkelsen has expressed his excitement to be involved in the series, extending his praise to the script for the upcoming film. I'm very excited about it, Mikkelsen said. I rewatched Raiders of the Lost Ark the other day, and it's so well done and so charming. It's such great storytelling. I agree. It's a wonderful film. So yes, it's a great honour to be part of that franchise that I grew up with. I'm in a lucky position where they let me read the script before, and yes, it was everything I wished it to be. So that was just great. That's interesting. In addition to Mikkelsen, Fleabag's Phoebe Waller-Bridge and German actor Thomas Krustmann have been cast alongside Harrison Ford for the film. Krustmann, I had to look this up. He's a very familiar face. You will all have seen him in Age of Ultron. He was Baron von Strucker. Is that a little nod to who his character might be playing? I mean, we don't know when this film is set. I would guess 50s, maybe even the 60s. Just going off Harrison Ford's age between the film that we don't talk about, Indiana Jones 4, and this one. There's been quite a few years, almost 20 years, is it? Disney has scheduled Indiana Jones 5 for a July 29, 2022 release. Again, that's pretty close. Spielberg was previously attached to return to the series, but eventually left the project over disagreements on the script, which is a big red flag to me. But Logan and Ford vs Ferrari, or Le Mans 66, Director James Mangold is now set to helm the new project. Again, Logan is an exceptional character-driven film that humanizes Wolverine in a way that nobody else has done. And it has that real Western, old world vibe to it. Logan's great. Ford versus Ferrari, as they call it in America, or Le Mans 66 here in the UK and Europe, I thought was an excellent film. Yes, the cast was great, but I loved everything about it. I loved the car chases, I thought it looked great. The feel and the passion that was shown for motorsport during that film, I think, was exceptional. I'm worried about this film. The fact that Spielberg walked away after disagreements, the fact that it's been made by Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy is a red flag to me, because we've seen what they can do with beloved franchises. Again, I'm looking at you, Star Wars. But I don't think Mads Mikkelsen would sign up for something that he didn't believe in. And we know Harrison Ford is probably just doing it for the money. That's why he came back as Han Solo. They waved a few $1 million in his face and he said, fine, just get me out of this. But I think maybe there's something more. Maybe it is a good script. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I've never seen Fleabag. The only thing I really know her from is Solo, I guess. But I've heard great things about Fleabag. I've seen that she's done quite a few British comedies and things that I'd be more inclined to watch. And all the trailers and things I've seen of that kind of stuff, I've liked her. So while my knowledge of her is quite slim and really down to one film that probably isn't really her, I mean, I can take or leave that. She's clearly very talented. I don't know, I mean, it depends what side you're looking at it. You could see that as a red flag, or you could see that as a good thing. Mads is great in this, and I was going to watch this anyway, but the inclusion of Mads as well, I think, is brilliant. My question, this film will work if Harrison Ford believes in it. Compare his Han Solo in the later Star Wars films in the sequel trilogy to his Deckard in Blade Runner 2049, which is a film that I love. And it's also a film that Harrison Ford clearly wanted to be part of. He wanted to make it. This idea of a sequel to Blade Runner had been spiralling around for years, for maybe even decades. And he read the script that Denis had given him and he wanted to be part of it. He had input in elements of it. He was interested in the character and revisiting Deckard. I think that's the same with him and Indy. I think he likes Indiana Jones. And I think it's very early days. They haven't even started shooting yet. And I know it's wrong to get my hopes up, especially with the production house that's involved and the way that they've gone about things in the last few years. I really want this film to be good, and I hope that it will at least be palatable for fans of the trilogy. I mean, I'm sure there's people who liked the fourth film that we don't talk about, but if Mads, as he says, he's grown up with Indiana Jones, he's very excited about it, he's read the script, it's everything that he wished it to be. I'll take that with a pinch of salt, because what he wishes and what anybody else wishes are probably two different things. I really hope that this is good, and that line doesn't come back to bite him, and that they don't mess with this script that they've got, and it services the fans, because that's what this is about, right? We just want Indiana Jones to do Indiana Jones things with an ensemble of characters that feel believable in the world and the story that they present to us, and no crystal skulls. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.